Giants, a mystery of both myth and legend, a subject discussed by many cultures, both past and present, describing Goliath beings of tremendous size and strength, dominating all that stands in its path, leaving behind footprints so big the impressions are left on the Earth's crust for millennia. But what if we've been wrongfully perceiving what a giant is all this time? Perhaps, if we peered through a lens of allegory, we would understand that a giant isn't measured by its size and mass, but rather by the scale of one's personality and integrity. Maybe, just maybe, these very large footprints are actually the impressions left upon our hearts and minds for ages to come, reminding us that they once were here. And if that's the case, then I can say that a giant of a man once walked these parts. Someone so remarkable that his passing has left so many of us with broken hearts and a trail of prodigious footprints imprinted upon our spirits. And yet, we come here to rejoice. We do mourn on the surface, but deep down we rejoice to have bared such great witness to someone so remarkable. And the best way that we will continue to carry on his legacy is to every day achieve the best versions of ourselves that we can ever be, to improve, to execute our goals, to live our dreams, to laugh, to feel, to love. And we strive to achieve these things because it's what he would have wanted us to do. This giant of a man who has inspired and motivated us all to grab life by the horns and not to waste a single drop of it, but to use it and utilize it to the best of our abilities to continue to shine and persevere. A giant of a man, Shannon Kemp. We simply call him upon. Please join me as we bear witness to first-hand accounts of this giant. Okay, Mr. Cash, initially, what was your first impression of Shannon when you met him?
My first impression of Shannon when I met him, I saw a big guy, and then I found out that his mom was on the camp, and me and his mom worked together in CID together, homicide together for a long period of time, and she was always a hard worker. She was always a go-getter, and she loved that job. And he displays the same attitude as his mom.
So, what would you say your first impression of Shannon was?
Genuine.
You recall meeting her?
Yeah, I met Shannon the first time. I was there when they first hired him. Mr. Nixon brought him in. And then, he came in as black and white. They put him on shift. He's way too hard for all of this writing in these books. So we decided to, we needed a beach security, so that's him. And that's how the whole situation came about with him being on the beach.
They mentioned something, I think, with the cafeteria, and I was like, well, they would call it the caf, and we didn't know to come to the caf. And he's like, the mess hall, and it's like, he come to the mess hall. So Shannon, he turned around, and he looked at me, he's like, oh, you used to work here before, eh? So I said, man, I laugh. I say, no way. He said, well, how you know all that already? I say, wait, that's like what I see on TV, wait. And he's like, wait, I'm like, you was waking me. He said, no way. So from then, man, I say, wait, that's way must see it a clown, And from then on, he been the same way. Like everything been a joke. Them like from I know him from that time, he been the same way.
Oh boy. Shannon, he was a fun person. He loved to interact with people. Oh, he loved clowning. He loved to clown. And a bubbly person, a happy person. Not a dull moment. Not a day will go by with you being around Shannon because you can laugh. If you ain't gonna laugh, something wrong. You can laugh. Once you're around Shannon, you can have a laugh. I can tell you that. Not a dull day.
Humor. A gift not given to too many. In fact, it is often said that humor and intelligence go hand to hand as if they're synonymous to one another. This is because, generally speaking, in order to execute a joke or in order to fully disperse a statement laced with satire, timing and execution is all key. Very few people have this fundamental gift to organically shift the mood in a room and put smiles on everyone's faces. Pun was one of those guys. No matter what room you walked in, laughter would surely ensue.
I know for sure most of the time whenever you meet somebody around the property, it would be a good experience because he either would make you laugh or for random stuff or like this time when this is like when me and him started to get cool. Well, I was a lifeguard back then. We would go to the cage, and me being so gullible all the time, he like, wait, babe, I know Tom Cruise. I say, yeah, whatever. He say, watch I call him. He would go on his phone, look for Tom Cruise, and no matter what celebrity name he called, it would be somebody to answer the phone and be like, yeah, what you mean? Yeah, we can meet up this time and stuff like that. So I was like, who is this faithful person? No matter what time of day. He would call them and they would answer that phone, acting like they are celebrities. So like he just had everything down pat. So definitely everybody he come into contact with was always a good time.
I called upon my little boyfriend, my children's father, as a joke. Every time I come down to the beach, Juan was always there to put a smile on my face. He said, Selena, you see those fellas there? They're looking for the same thing you're looking for, And sometimes he would say, Selena, I'm coming home tonight. What you cooking tonight? I said, listen, man, I'm cooking you some corned beef and white rice. He said, I had that last night. I don't want that again tonight. But anyhow, I'm not bringing no money home for the children.
So it's safe to assume that he would be a work husband.
Yeah, he's my work husband, only my work husband.
Awesome.
But when I'm off, he's somebody else on.
Shannon was charismatic, comedian, always liked to make jokes, like to clown on people and get off and stuff like that. But at the same time too, he was I would say a true friend, someone that if you needed it really, you could count on him for that. And that's the type of person I would say he was. He had a lot of characters in a way that you would be like, yeah, but this Shannon, he, you know what I'm saying? He was just that type of person.
He was a friend, a son, a brother, and that's how I saw him. And like I said, in the morning time, he's there because he's gonna help somebody laugh. If he's on the post, he's gonna help somebody laugh. You can never get a dull day out of him. Even if he's going through issues, you will not even know because he always presents himself with that beautiful personality as he was.
Now, even though Pun's friendship was ubiquitous across the property, right here was the epicenter of it all. You wanted to see Pun? You head towards the water. You got down these stairs, you probably see him interacting with friends and guests, or sometimes sitting in a chair, looking out into the ocean, maybe thinking, pondering, maybe thinking about new goals and ambitions, or maybe just bored. And what does a bored giant do? He gets into mischief with other giants.
Shark always mess me every time he come here. Pun was like a gentle teddy bear, you know. And he was a fella like when the stars come, talk to the stars, especially Shaq, basketball player. Every time Shaq see him, Shaq loved the wrestle with him. Shaq say, "I'm going to put you back to the ground today." He say, "No, I learned a little self-defense from my boy Werner." So I say, "All right, you know, go ahead, put Shaq back to the ground." But Shaq was always big and did it to him. But that's the way he goes, you know.
What kind of impact did Pun have in this department, on the beach, probably even in your personal lives as a friend?
To be honest, the impact Pun really had on me is, like I say, the boy is hustler, right? He can't go get it, so he used to give me advice. Like, really, you gotta come to them night shift, boy. You know what I mean? I couldn't really fall at a night shift.
Right.
But he used to be like, you gotta put that drive in. So I think it was like a year or two back, he really pushed me to be like, you just gotta go get it.
Gotta go get it.
Gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big impact here on all us, because if you really take notice of the people you around, at the end of the day,
you all go get it.
They can't go get it.
Yeah, he was a teacher to me. He really teach me a lot, like about cars and about boat and stuff like that. He teach me a lot. He really had an inspiration on me with a set. He keep telling me like, "Boy, you gotta get this set, but you gotta get this set on the road." See what he's saying? If I don't get it on the road, he'll come and joke with me, say, "Boy, you can put the set in next year." And I just laugh, you know. Yeah, man, he teach me a lot.
Yeah, I feel for me, he was like more of something like myself, like more of an inspiring person. If he knows that you want to do something, he'll encourage you, or you know what I mean, he'd try to give you that push, like they would say, he would try to give you that extra drive that you need to get to where you need to go. Even though people would, like we say, he's a clown, he like to laugh around and play around, but when he knows that you're doing something, like myself, changing my life, he never like try to knock me or anything. He pushed me, he gave me this name Red, but everybody's calling me now, so like, it's because of his inspiration, and it always just push you towards doing what you want to do. So we gonna miss that inspiration for sure.
Yeah. You say, man, cool, you can't do the web like that.
Yeah. Not only that, I can speak about the beach staff on the whole. And we have a club called the Beach Boys, and we don't just affiliate ourselves on the job, but exactly off the job. Our homes are open to one another. So that's what I call real friendship. We have a real brotherhood. That's what it's all about. It's not about just Ocean Club. We have a real brotherhood. Like, for an example, I could go to Denisha House, Henry House, Basil House. We know each other, kids, Fun know my kids, everything. They could just walk into my house anytime and say, "Hey, I need to rest my head." That's the type of friendship and brotherhood we have.
That laughter, that happiness he brings, the excitement to come to work and actually go down and know you have someone there to make your day. It may be work. When you have a certain person that always make you laugh and make you feel comfortable, it's going to feel like that.
It just won't be the same.
Yeah.
It'll take a while, but I don't think anybody could replace him.
Yeah, especially rainy
days on the beach, he ain't the same.
No.
And guess what?
Fun was an instigator, but in a funny way.
Yes,
so
man.
Two people will be arguing, he'd be like, "You let them talk to you like that," just to get the other people.
He'd be like, "Oh, Nisha, you know, Henry get a new best friend or something like that, you know."
Yeah. With him, it's this. With Shannon, it's this. Through all of that, he always knew how to do his job. Through all of that, he always, when it's time to do his job, 1 to 10, it's a 10.
So sometimes friends become family, and Shannon was just that to me. So my boy Pun was more of a brother to me than just a friend. And last month I lost that brother. Every day, Shannon would come in upbeat. Doesn't matter what mood you're in, he would know how to lift spirits. He had a great sense of humor, and he just was an overall good friend. Always
Have you ever sat down and wondered, how will I be remembered? What legacy would follow me? And to be more meticulous, what one word would people use to describe me? Well, here's just a few words of how we felt about our giant. If you could pick one word to sum up his character, to describe him, what word would you choose?
Awesome.
Shannon, if there was one word that I would describe him, my one word would simply would be the life of everything.
What word would you choose?
Expeditiously. Why dog doing that? Expeditiously.
Fast.
Getting it done. He used to round Jock. Jock, you go tend that car, babe. Jock say, I ain't got the time for that. Alright, I gone to love food.
He come to me, I come to me in the morning, he say, boy, in the morning you better have your money. You go have your money in the morning, bring your money to me, I go straight and tend the car. I give him my money, show him my keys. I kick in my car tenant. He called me, say, boy, you see how it look now, it's way better. I say, yeah, you don't know.
What word would you pick, Jack?
Boy, Dwayne, he just is a lovable person to me.
Lovable.
He's lovable to me. He just, yeah.
For me, my one word, when it comes to him, as I always look at him, so I would say inspirational. Shannon is inspiring you to do what you want to do. When you don't even have the inspiration or you don't have the drive, he can inspire you to do what you have to do, even if you don't want to do it.
What word would you sum up Shannon to?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yes.
You want to give or elaborate behind that?
Pineapple. Shannon always wear a halo, like me, always wear a halo. Maybe a little rough on the outside, but very sweet on the inside.
One word to describe Shannon. What word would you pick?
Lovable. Lovable. Very lovable.
Pun was very special indeed. Vicariously, I got to know him a lot better through these interviews. I hope that you did too. From hearing these stories, it precipitates a question that I just had to ask. And that was, if he was here right now, if there was one chance that you had to say something to him, what would you say to him?
Today, last thing I would say to Shannon would be, the last thing I would say to Shannon would probably be, man, I love you, man. It's my boy. We, shared a lot of jokes. We made a lot of money together. We did a lot of things. We had a lot of happy moments together, the last thing I would, let Shannon know, if I had a chance, let him know, I didn't know our time together would be so short. You're a true friend to me, a true friend. We did a lot of things together, as boys, we had a lot of happy moments, never a dull moment, never a argument, never a sad moment, except for this moment here, it's the saddest one yet.
If I had gotten the chance to go, even to go in the back there, where he was and meet Shannon alive, I would pray with Shannon, and I would just tell him to make sure he see God's face. I would just make sure I pray with him, and just tell him, just ask God to receive him if that's the way he should go, and just because it's only God. I don't care what you do, I don't care what you have, it's still up to God, and you have to live that life for God. So if I had a chance, I would have gone back there, and I would have had the biggest prayer service in the back there with him, if I was given a chance.
If there was one thing you could say to Shannon right now, what would it be?
It would be, if I could say right now, it would be, please come back. because, you know, I miss my friend. I miss walking around property trying to find a coffee to drink in the morning. And I'll say too, come, let's take a picture, because even though we have a lot of memories together, we didn't take a lot of pictures so the memories could last forever.
Yep, that was Pun. Giant of a man, a friend, a son, everything. Co-worker, confidant, everything. Gonna miss you, bro. While we're here, we're gonna continue to live. We're gonna continue to rejoice. We're gonna continue to lift up your name. We'll continue to wear you close to our hearts. We even still have your banner hanged up to remind us to never give up in life, to always be strong, to chase your dreams. And even though it hurts, it does hurt, but we know it's all just a dream. You're not really gone. You want to see Pun? You look out into the ocean. You look into the horizon. When you see a boat, as far as you can see it riding into the sunset, I want you to just wave and smile. That's Pun, out there living his best life, as he always should, always would. Continue doing so, bro, until we meet again, until we get there. Yeah, player.